Hello, this is Chris Garcia. This is video number 12. The thing I wanted to talk about is something that a lot of people are discussing and they're making a big deal of it. And I've known about it for a while. I asked God about it, and God's like, "Yeah, they're working on something in that regards." He says, "Too many people know about it. He's not sure if they're actually going to put it out anymore. He doesn't think so. But if it happens, you need to be aware." I talked about it in one of the past videos. I just mentioned it offhand that you may see UFOs coming or something like that. I said, and it's fake, but the elites have created this thing that goes in the sky. It's a hologram, okay, and it's a hologram, and it looks like it's going to be a bunch of UFOs coming in, and that we're getting bombarded by UFOs flying all around, and it is going to purposely try to scare us because they're getting desperate. They're getting very desperate. They're realizing that we're starting to find out too much about them. We already know way too much about now how they work. Okay. I'm trying to give you the information that I have. There's other people who know about these things. If you go do your research, you'll find it out. But it's amazing because they actually have the technology to make the skies look like there are UFOs that are going to come in and bombard everything. And it's just going to scare the shit out of people, especially older people. Okay, it's a hologram. It's not real, but it's going to look good because they invested a lot of money into it. Okay. Um, be aware of it. That's what I'm telling you. Be aware. When you see it, just question it. It's most likely not going to be UFOs. That's not going to happen quite yet. I will let you know when I know the real UFOs, the real aliens are coming in. What you'll see a hologram. Like I said, it's going to look good, but it's not real. All right. One of the other things I wanted to talk to you about, um, the 12 scientists that died, the 12 scientists that got very close, too close to getting real information, all the correct information on what was happening with UFOs, with the reptilians, all this stuff. I'm summarizing it all for you. Okay. They took years and years and years of research and discussions and all these different things to figure all that stuff out. I'm giving it all to you now. Okay. So I've covered a lot of stuff. I'm going to cover more and more and more stuff as we go on. But the thing though is those 12 scientists who died, there was a few of them that committed suicide. Okay? A few of them that committed suicide. And when I asked God, God said, yes, they got voodoo curses put on them. The voodoo curse will drive you mad. It'll be a voice in your head telling you to kill yourself. I already went through that. I should not be here. I should be dead by now. But I went through all that stuff, years. It's in the book. Went through years of that shit. I remember every morning I'd wake up, the voice in my head, hey man, you lost your mom, you lost your dad, lost your brother, lost your sister. You're losing your wife right now. You lost all your friends. You lost everything, bro. We need to get the hell out of here. We're going to kill ourselves today. And that was my voice inside my head every single day for close to 2 years. Every day I'd wake up. And it wasn't the obsession of killing myself. It was actually the obsession of like how I was going to do it. And that's all I could think about all day long. And it was horrible. I owned a limousine company, very successful limousine company. Matter of fact, my clients are pissed that I'm not owning the limousine company anymore because God asked me to do this. God asked me, hey, do me a favor, write that book. And then at one point, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, actually, he said, stop working. And I'm like, dude, I got to work. I got bills to pay. I got things. I can't do that. So finally, about 2 months ago, I gave my business away. Very successful limousine company. You know, if you're in the Southern California area, you know that I did really well. I had a bunch of clients. And the thing was I gave it away. I didn't sell it. God told me to give it away. So I did. Now I got no money. Sucks. But I'm doing this. This is what, when God asks you to do something, you do it. You don't think about it. You got to do it. That's it. He's going to take care of you. But I still got no money. So the thing is I wanted you to understand that for those 12 scientists that passed away, the ones that ended up committing suicide, most likely it was because of a voodoo curse. Okay? Those voodoo curses are really bad. They're no fun. They're going to drive you crazy because remember, evil can't kill you. But you know what evil can do? It can drive you mad to the point where you kill your own self. Okay? So be very, very careful. That's why I say don't mess with Ouija boards. Don't do any of that crap. One last thing I want you guys to look into. I discuss how reptilians live actually underneath our world, but they're actually in the center of our world. They're in the center of Earth. Look into that. There's scientists that have been there. There's like things that look like paradise in the center of the Earth. And when you can, go on and look for information about the moon. The moon was carried in. They towed it in. It's not even real. It's a big, giant metal vessel. If you hit it from the outside, it clangs for a long time. But the interior, the back side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, has openings. And it has openings to land spaceships in. The Galactic Federation meets in there sometimes. There's other bunch of aliens. As a matter of fact, my next video, we'll talk about the landing. The first of the moon landings. Because it's an incredible story.